We're back. Hey there, guys. It's Metro, and it is astounding how much has changed since the last time I made one of these parts for the Nomad leveling challenge on the Orc Warlock. If you've seen somehow the entire series, you're an absolute legend. Congratulate yourselves, because man, what a wild ride it's been. So this is going to be the last part now before the pre-patch, right? The pre-patch is all but confirmed, coming out now. And even though I would have liked to have finished this well before it, obviously we got caught up. The last time I recorded one of these parts was in April. It is now September, so we missed the whole summer. But yeah, a lot's changed for me and in real life, but you know, if you're watching this, nothing's really changed for you. So but what will change is that the next time I play this character, it's going to be squished, and all the leveling is going to be different. And the main reason I never finished this was because of that. I wanted to, leveling is just better in Shadowlands. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one more part today. We're going to get it set up, and we're going to, you know, get the future going here, basically. And then when Shadowlands officially launches, the pre-patch comes out, we are going to finish this character for sure. It's going to be much quicker too, obviously. But let's get right into it. Nomad leveling challenge, easily one of my favorite things to do in WoW. Just period. It's just so fun, just acting like the world matters, and you know, being properly set up for that. So it's been such a long time. I have these macros. What are they? Oh boy, yeah, okay, I remember this now. See, now I had gotten, this is how long ago this was. This was before I realized that I can just do all of this with Opie. In fact, do I have Opie in this character? Oh, I do. Maybe I already have this set up. I guess I do. Yeah, this wasn't that long ago. What's the keybind for it? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Perfect. All right, we're all set up with some. This is just like, it's almost like nostalgic, not because of TBC, but because of. Oh man, I can't believe we're back. But I'm excited to be back properly and finish this. This is going to be my first start to finish leveling challenge, and we're going to do it. And maybe we'll continue it into Shadowlands, but for now my goal is just to get to 50. So anyway, I have no idea what we were doing last time. I really should have looked at it, but I don't. Yeah, we can still look at professions. But that bugs it out. That's fine, no big deal. So what would we do? We should probably look at our character. I know we have a bunch of gear that we crafted. We crafted the Primal Mooncloth set. We never crafted the belt. What can we do today that will be beneficial for the character moving forward? I guess more profession materials. Oh, we got a lot. Wow. Oh, it's mostly rune cloth though. Yeah, we don't need that. We need nether cloth or nether wind cloth. So we need to get. What was this? This is enchanting. No wonder why. Tailoring. Yeah, I kind of gave up on enchanting, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Only 20. But what we need to do is just go basically farm cloth. I think what we were doing was farming elemental things, whatever these nethers were. And in fact, I have some of my Death Knights still. That's probably why. Might have to log on them. But I could use more gear. Let's see if we can't make more gear. What would be the best option here? I guess the Primal Mooncloth belt, but that's not really needed. Spellfire belt. I don't know what these are going to look like next patch too, obviously. But we already have good belts. Oh, my bracers are terrible. We can make that right now. That would be a huge upgrade. I should probably just do that, huh? That would be a big upgrade. Cloak 2. Can we make a cloak? What about... See, I don't actually have all the patterns either, if I remember correctly. This was like a big part of it, was getting the patterns. I remember this now. Getting the patterns. What about helms? Can we make any helms? These are all from the raids or 5-mans or something like that. Yeah, so that's right. Won't be able to do that. I was hoping that we would be able to do it. We can do it in the pre-patch, I suppose. I was hoping we were going to be able to do it once we're higher level. Just go and farm the gear. That's an option. We can turn Chromie time off and then back on, which we might do that. But yeah, these are from the raids. So robe we have on, obviously. What about cloak? Did I miss cloak? Bracers, well, bracers. Again, Black Temple. Friendly from a raid. These are from dungeons. These are just patterns from dungeons, though? World creatures. I think it's just a BOE or something like that. Like it can drop from anywhere. Yeah, these are all just BOEs or something. But they're pretty useless, not very good. They don't have intellect. Certainly the piece that I can already make is going to be way better. And then belt too, we could use belt. World creatures. These are freaking, wow, the requirements on these things are ridiculous. And I wonder though if there will be actually people doing like, I still don't know how, I don't think it's going to work that way, but I still don't know how heroics for TBC are going to work. Like right now, we can't even queue for heroics for some reason. Like why is that the case? Can you never queue for heroics maybe? We can queue for a Burning Crusade dungeon, but not a heroic dungeon. Not like it matters. We're not doing that anyway, but... so, how about pants, too? That would be a nice thing to make. What am I making? Oh, black. I already have black mage weave. Yeah, I made those, too. So, we don't really have a lot of options to get these things. We'd have to do dungeons to get them. So, we're definitely going to be doing that in the future. But not today. What about these items here? These are all just BOEs again, I guess. It's very interesting. Oh, Lower City Honored. Oh. But that's a really bad piece. They're all kind of bad. Let's take a look at the vendors real quick. It'd be easier to look at it that way. Bars off. That's, I still got it, man. I remember. Lower City vendors here, right? Yeah, right here. Lower City Quartermaster. Okay, so that is a cloak. That's the cloak right there. Honored. Certainly better than nothing. Oh, and that's honored too. Cloth shoulders, but I already have. But again, part of the Nomad challenge is getting all the patterns too, honestly, so not a problem. I just don't actually know how you get Lower City Rep. And I'm sure I don't actually know how you open this. What is the keybind? There's no keybind. I don't have a keybound. That's unfortunate. But yeah, to look at rep, Lower City is not even friendly, so that's not happening anytime soon. Was there any, did we pick Aldor or Scryer? I don't think we did. Yeah, we never picked one. Let's continue to just look at the actual professions. I'm going to have to keep the bars on my screen today, though, I think, just because I can't remember the keybinds. Honestly, it's been way too long. It's been 5 months since I played this character, guys. Again, this is a Channing. I keep looking at the wrong thing. So yeah, I definitely want to make let's make wrists, like, right now. We could do that right now, I think it's probably... I don't know, though. It might not be a good investment. But it's got to be, right? I mean, come on. Rune thread. Where do we buy that? Somewhere here, right? If I remember correctly, this is the vendors. Rune thread. Perfect. Alright, we're making this right now. We can make a belt, too, which would be a bigger upgrade. Oh, they're both pretty big. I think the bracers, though. 12 intellect, 18 stamina. Yeah, let's just... the problem is, like, is there a better... Yeah, there's the Primal Mooncloth belt. I should probably just not do that and just make that instead. That's probably why I didn't do it in the past, was because I was trying to save every single cloth I can get for the actual set pieces. So, we should probably just try to make that instead. Primal... So, this is probably ridiculous to even say this out loud, but let's see how many materials we need for this. 4 Primal Mooncloth is a lot. I remember this being a big issue. We do have some primals, though, and I think I was getting them from my DK, so that was fine. What was it? Primal Mooncloth is... Oh, we already have enough to make 3. That's very interesting. What we don't have... That's right. We don't have the enchanting materials. See, there's so many variables. This is why crafting professions, like, they could be, and this is TBC too, like, it's already way less than classic. So, what should we do? What should we focus on? I think we just need more cloth. We just need more cloth. So, what should we do? Like, where is this? Imbued netherweave. Yeah, we can only make 1 of these right now, and to make that set, we need a lot. Well, we need 3, so we just need way more netherweave, I guess. So let's go find some place to farm netherweave. Probably could just do it here. I think there's even... Maybe Nagran? No. Nagrad's not a bad option. There's these, I don't know, it's not very close. We gotta, don't forget, we're not taking any flight paths, nothing like that, so we have to make the right decisions. I don't know why. I'm not gonna be able to play the game like that right now. I don't even know the keybinds. But we have to make the right decisions here. I think we'll probably just, maybe there's like skeletons or something down here we can go see. We gotta find mobs that are easy to kill, or not necessarily easy, but ones that don't have any complicated mechanics. We gotta find mobs that aren't too far away from our target. And then we gotta find mobs that drop high yield. That's kind of like a priority. Those three things are kind of important. Some mobs here, but this is probably not the place you want to be. We'll just check out this area. I know there's a lot of NPCs here that assumingly will drop cloth. And then we're gonna get a lot of experience too, I'm hoping. Yeah, we're rested all the way through, obviously. There's quests here too. Maybe we'll pick up a quest. Wait, have we done these quests already? Wait, does this zone... Yeah, all the zones scale to 80, yeah. Alright, let's pick up a quest or two and see if we can't try to double dip a bit here. That's probably a good option. Yeah, okay. It wants me to kill mobs that drop cloth. Perfect. Might be the same thing. I know that's just like a lead-in or something.
The winds guide you.
Wood mites. I think I tried these quests before and there was some reason that I didn't continue doing them. Oh boy, what's this? Not maybe how you want to start a mob like that. Okay, so what are the keybinds at? We need to summon our demon. I think we were having problems keeping the Voidwalker alive or something. I don't remember the scenario. Obviously not though, because it's on the key of the action bar though. We were definitely having a lot of problems. I remember the problems. I remember soulstoning myself. Let's do that. I remember Warlock is gonna be. This is gonna be so much more fun though in Shadowlands. Shadowlands Destro is so much more fun than BFA in my opinion. A lot of mobs here. Let's quickly get around them. Hopefully they're not gonna just instantly come back. Okay, I had no idea. Don't remember how to play the spec at all, so we'll see. This is Incinerate. We have a dot or something. We should probably put the dot up first. The pet obviously has to have threat. Okay, we already got some cloth. Dot. Oh wow, that's a lot of damage. Okay. I mean, why do we have a cast bar? That's something that should be hidden with Plater, if I remember correctly. Wait, no, there should be a thing to hide it, isn't there? There's definitely, I definitely had a macro to do it. But I think I got rid of some of them. Let's see what's in Opie. Rings. How is this working in? Custom ring. I can't remember how I've set it up. It's been so long. Here it is. Maybe I got rid of that just because the cast bar can be hidden. I probably did. Let's just hide it with Plater for now. I think it's here somewhere. Oh man, this is going to be awkward to watch, isn't it? Imagine if you watch these two-part, people do. You watch the two parts back to back, you're like, holy shit, it's like a different person. I mean, my hair is mad long now if you haven't seen it. Really, I mean, it doesn't even do it justice. It's hilarious. So much has changed, guys. It's crazy. I don't know, man. Where is it? I know there's a way to hide it in Plater. Okay, instead we'll just hide it the old way. Just need to go to the spreadsheet. It's been a long time since I've opened this. Uh-oh. How does this work? Fear? Okay. We could do this. This is like a major CD. And the fear did not end up hurting me. I'm really surprised by that. Don't I have like a PvP talent or anything? Am I not with the war mode on? Wow, that was easy. I thought this was going to be harder. Anyway, we're still working on this part. Let's see. Cast bar. Here we go. Does that work? No. I don't get it. And this needs to be a macro, I guess is why it doesn't work. You can't just copy that all in. Yeah, I already have a cast bar one. It's just not being used right now because plater, yeah. Okay, there we go. Alright, so yeah, that's not not the way you want to do that, but I'm just trying to get this going here, so we're not sitting here waiting on every little mistake. There's some combination of things, right? Oh, reduces the cast time of your next chaos bolt. So I can't remember if there's something. Let's look at talents. It's been so freaking long, guys. Rain of Fire. Oh, that's right. Flash over. Conflagrate deals 25% damage and creates additional charge of backdraft. Okay, so I think it's like immolate first, then use chaos bolts. If you can, or no, probably then conflagrate next. I have PvP talents, they're just not active PvP talents. That's right. Okay, so let's try this. And now it's Chaos Bolt and he dies. That's right. And we wanted, I remember, yeah, that's right. I remember we wanted to make sure that we were making like good usage of our Chaos Bolts because it's obviously like a huge damage source. And if you're like, yeah, there's like big feasts basically, like feasts and famines. Like, okay, this pack I don't have any Chaos Bolts at all and it's taking really long. Next pack I'm going to one-shot it basically. 2 casts and it's over. In fact, I remember that being the case. We kind of just got another quest or something. Alright. It's coming together. I'm remembering. Yeah, like right now we don't. So I think we'll just build for the next mob. That's what we were doing. Like build for the next mob. Yeah, that's it. And then the next mob dies in 2 globals basically. Although actually, isn't there some reason to do something else first? I think there's, maybe it's a talent. Chaos Bolt consumes up to 5 seconds. There we go. That's what it is. Okay, so we immolate and then 2 Chaos Bolts and the mob dies. Oh, but we lost the freaking soul shards. Yes, for some reason the game tries to like balance you out. I don't know why that's a thing. Kind of annoying though. You have to do it quick. I forgot about that. Alright, that's 8 of 8 on that quest. Oh yeah, we have no tracking either. Yeah, wow. I forgot how severe we were committed to this. But yeah, we'll just keep grinding. I mean, there's no reason not to. We need cloth. I mean, I should probably just use this. Actually, I think like this dramatically improves my ability here. So we're gonna just aggro more stuff. That's what we were doing. I remember like every time. Yeah, look at this. We're getting like mad soul shards now. Every time we'd have this ability up, we can pull like really big. Because it just generates soul shards like over time, I think. I don't know if it has to hit the target or what, but it's a dramatic increase. Very big increase. I remember like pulling like 5 and 6 mobs and AoEing it down with Rain of Fire. Rain of Fire is still one of my favorite spells in the game. But it is not very usable, and I don't think that's changing in Shadowlands, although I can't recall. Probably changing in some way, but I don't think it's making it so I can just use it whenever I want. I like the old Rain of Fire where it was just like an ability, you know. That was cool. Oh, Cast Bolt crit, that's pretty lucky. Alright, good. Killing the quest targets too, which is nice. Wait, did I just cast Incinerate? Oh no, that's good. Oh, we have a wand too. Well, the pet's not dying. I assume that's because I have like dramatically better gear now. In fact, I think I remember saying this at the end of the last part. I was like, this was gonna like dramatically, this is gonna make this like considerably easier. And it appears to have done so. Yeah, we just got 2 Chaos Bolts off every time. The mob would be dead for sure. This is a great place to farm though. The mobs are pretty far apart. I just don't know how much we actually need to farm. I need to have a look at that. Oh, the pet's dead? Oh, damn. That's unfortunate because it costs soul shards, right? I don't even seem to need them. Yeah, we're not really underpowered anymore at this point. It's probably gonna stay that way too. Oh, actually, no, it won't, because yeah, the gear is eventually gonna be shit, right? Like, we're not using we're not using Party Sync for this, so eventually I'm gonna be wearing gear that's just garbage, like by the end of the playthrough. Yeah, that was the whole purpose of this. I forgot about that. Actually, like really overpowered right now, but eventually it won't be that way. Okay, so let's take a look at. We gotta do some math here. We can literally do this right now, though. We can make this bell right now. I don't know why I wouldn't have done this in the last part. I guess I just didn't have enough cloth. Okay, so to make imbued nether weave... Wow, this is the problem. We don't have any arcane dust. We have none. Actually, none. 0. Huh. That's why, then. Well, I'm not really sure what to do now, then. I guess we have to farm BOEs. Just keep... Or we can make gear, I guess. That's going to dramatically, like, change the idea that we're doing, though. We should probably just do quests instead. Because we want to make sure that we're getting greens that we can DE, right? That'll be a pretty important thing. Man, the music is so calming in this zone, though. I don't think I've ever properly done this zone. Like, I played WoW my whole life, basically, but I didn't start playing WoW properly until, like, MoP or maybe even WoD, you can say in some ways. Like, I never cared about the story whatsoever. I never cared about, like, aesthetics or visual stuff, like, you know, graphics. Like, I used to play the game on, like, the lowest graphics possible. Because I, like, read all these things about people, like, in PvP tournaments and shit, like, reducing their graphics to absolute 0 so they would never have any lag or anything else. And it was like, I used to like, if you could see a stream of me play the game back in Wrath, it's embarrassing. Sound off, graphics at 1, shadows at the lowest possible, because shadows always, like, was this thing that I took a completely different approach to the game. I didn't have a healthy relationship with the game at the time, let's put it that way. So I certainly do now, and I'll tell you what, it's like I'm playing, like I'm rediscovering the game every time. And that's why I love doing these leveling challenges, because it's like, imagine like being so connected. I honestly, oh god, so wow, Jesus, the last time I recorded one of these parts, I was not golfing yet. That is insane. But anyway, it's honestly a lot like returning to golf, because I'm playing these courses that I haven't played in a decade, and like I'm rediscovering them with like a, you know, a different viewpoint. So it's just like that for WoW. Like, the amount of time I've spent in the zone is immeasurable between private servers and all this other nonsense. I have been in the zone a lot, and that is the first time I ever noticed that music. Like, you know what I mean? Besides probably the last time I brought it up in the series, but it's been the first rememberable time, at least. Anyway, so we're doing all right here. Getting a lot of cloth, but no greens whatsoever. Yeah, obviously we can just make greens. I just don't know how viable that's going to be. Like, we need, the turnover rate is going to be huge then if that's the case, you know? We would need to do a lot of work. But that's what we plan on doing today. I'll go for a couple hours today. This is kind of just me like, alright, we're back on the character, so a few weeks from now when it's time, we can properly do it. Because this is definitely getting done. If you watched the beginning of this series, and you're listening to this now, again, congratulations, you're an awesome dude. But yeah, if you watch the beginning of this series, you'll remember that this is more about a legacy than a challenge to me. I want to be that kind of guy. I've forgotten even the Pokemon guy that I brought up. I mean, so much has changed. I don't even remember that guy's name, but yeah, when he had like this spreadsheet where he has every run, every challenge run that he's completed, and it goes for miles, man. It's such a... He's done so many. It's like, holy shit. That is just so freaking badass, man. That's not... Oh, it did hit it. Oh, that's cool. I didn't think it was going to hit it. So what is this? Oh, this is Havoc? Wait, why do I have Havoc? I thought Havoc didn't work with... You can still Havoc. It just doesn't work with Chaos Ball with his PvP talent, right? But we are finishing this. It's just going to be a bit disjointed, obviously, because of the... I mean, think about how this started. This is crazy. This started This is really insane. It started when there was the anniversary last year, and this is probably gonna finish in the next anniversary. Now it'll be done well before that, obviously, because Shadowlands. Oh, we got a green. Oh, sweet. So we could equip it for the transmog. That's another nice thing about these playthroughs, getting transmog. And now we can DE it. Sweet. Oh, 3 arcane dust. Wow, great. All right, that's perfect. This is gonna be a little interesting. Yeah, it didn't aggro the other stuff somehow. Cool. This is a nice little route then. I like this. And good experience. We already got half a level. Wait, do I have potions? No. On some of these leveling challenges, I used the leveling potions, but not a big fan of that, honestly. Especially now that we know that Shadowlands is going to come out and just dramatically speed this up. I'm in no rush. That was one of the main reasons that I kind of faltered with this series, was because I started to realize just how long it was going to take to level this character. Like when I had done the blacksmith one, which you probably never got to see, because I don't think I'll be finishing it. We'll see. Maybe we'll finish it. But anyway, I had started a blacksmithing leveling challenge. Same ordeal. Just instead of tailoring and stuff, we used blacksmithing. And I realized like the character was like already like, it was high. It wasn't level 1 that I started it on. And it took me like 7 playthroughs just to get like 10 levels. And I was like, okay, this is awesome, but it's not realistic. Okay, let's DE again. Another green. So far, so good. More arcane dust. Okay, so we can now make the piece, I think, right? We have 6 arcane dust now, right? Keep looking at freaking enchanting. Yeah, we just need enough cloth, which we don't have yet, I guess. Man, this is a lot of math. So in order to make whoa, oh, that scared the shit out of me. Anyway, in order to make 3 of these, we need 9 cloth. We could have 7. So yeah, we just need more cloth overall. Let's get a little help from our friends here. Let's put it that way. Just whiffed entirely on that. Action cam is just so nice too, I'll tell you. I freaking love this game, man. It's insane, dude. This game is just so good. There's really... Sometimes you just need to take a little break too, like... Taking a break from this leveling challenge has made me appreciate it even more. Like, just seeing another player, it's like, hey, what's up, man? Oh, right, the chat is... Wait, how did we do this? Wait, why is the bar still there? Oh, there it is. That's a separate macro altogether, Jesus. Forgot about how all this stuff works, honestly. Look how good the game looks, though, with no bars. I think we might, I don't know. I'd like to do some play without bars on today, for sure. Yeah, see, that's 2 casts. But that's not normal, because usually, you can't do that. Let's get that spell weaver, too. While our dude is killing the other dude. Oh, that rogue's helping us too. Well, that's a bit wasted then. Incinerate. He cast Incinerate. You see that? That's funny. This guy's just doing the quest though. So we won't see him for long, I bet. He's having a little bit of help though. Can we get up there? Oh, I'm surprised that that's not line of sight, honestly. The pet aggroed, I think. Or was it the rogue aggroed? Wow, that looks really weird going up the stairs like that. Well, that's a big pack over there, huh? What the hell's going on there? Is that like the next quest, maybe? Let's go turn this in. I think it's gonna lead on to more, so just to see what's next. Here, we'll kill a few more on the way out, and then we'll turn it in. This will be a good option. Oh yeah, I don't think I had RTX voice either the last time I... Oh my god, man, so much has changed. So much has changed. It's crazy. It's probably like unrecognizable. If you looked at me, especially before the coronavirus stuff, like if you looked at me in February of last year to February of next year, I think I might be an entirely different person. Like, you might not be able to even recognize my habits or my interests. Golf's really the main one. Path's just over here. It's got some mobs blocking it. Wow, this is an interesting skybox. I don't think I ever paid attention to it. Oh, we only completed one quest, right? What was the other quest? I know, but we got a new one, like a dropped quest or something.
Hello, stranger.
Not as much experience as I expected. Going to the Shadow Tomb west of the refugee caravan. Oh, yeah, okay, I remember this quest. It's over here, right? Some kind of like door that is there. We'll do that now. That's very little quests. Or very little experience. I'm honestly surprised by that. And we did not get any gear either. Oh, we do have potions. Might as well throw one on since we're not going to be here for long. Okay, well, this is, I'm pretty sure it, so let's go ahead and get to it. Well, let's just go ahead and pop it all then. Might as well get this mob too. As we know we can. Freaking go on an inhuman killing spree. God, we're doing so much damage. I'm not used to these leveling challenges being this easy, I guess is the thing. And we got a fell armament. That might actually like sell, like might be able to make money off this stuff. I know that they were very profitable at one point, even late, like well past TBC, but I'm not sure if that's still the case. The pet's like pretty beefy now. He's gonna die here soon though. Should I just resummon him? I can't remember how this works. I think resummoning him starts him at full health. Yeah, it does. Okay, that's good. Not getting any cloth, but I feel like we're gonna aggro this stuff, so let's just make sure we don't. By killing it, we'll deal damage to its health pool, equal to its health pool. Yeah, probably sneak in. We don't have to kill that one on the left. Oh yeah, we have this add-on for treasures too. Oh, we were just down there too. We should have looked. Treasures are like hugely valuable. Not necessarily just for experience either, because they can give greens and stuff. Well, they'll give blues, I believe. These hallways are always a little bit awkward. Oh yeah, more than a little bit. What are we actually doing down here? Probably these 3 different areas. Action cam does not work well in these kind of places. Can you use action cam in classic? I forgot all about that. Just thinking about those weird hallways that we were grinding in classic when we were playing it. Wonder if you can. You think there's like something on the ground maybe? Yeah, I see a chest there. Okay, cool. I'd say pull it all, but I don't have CD up, so I'll probably die. The pet will just die. That's the problem. If the pet doesn't live, then it's not. It's bad. Let's put it that way. I actually farmed these mobs somewhat recently. That's the only reason why I know about this place, because there's a shield that can drop from them, and it was actually like I literally just sat here and farmed this one mob over and over again. I can't remember which mob it was, but there was some shield that I wanted, and it actually dropped. Like I actually got it. This is that was a huge waste, honestly. The other 2 mobs are basically dead. That guy's gonna die to the dot. Yep. Yeah, that was a big waste. Let's see if we can't get this quickly, and we'll move on quickly. We don't actually have that macro up. Okay, that's just overkill. I was definitely hoping to have more pets. Oh, shit. I was definitely hoping to have more controlled pets. I remember thinking that too, but I remember I controlled a demon and it like didn't work. Do you remember that? I don't remember exactly what was going on there, but it was something like the pet just wouldn't attack. I have to like force the pet to attack every single time. Oh yeah, that's the other problem with this Voidwalker. He randomly aggroes things. He has like a pulsing aura that he does. That's not good. But it's not a problem, honestly. Like, we're doing so much damage. Well, they didn't even aggro. Okay. Forget it. Not sure how that's possible. Hey, we actually have a way to heal the pet too, don't we? What is that? Okay. Oh, 2. Health funnel. That's what we used to do when we were like super undergeared. We had to like heal him every global pretty much. He would just get threat, we put up the dot, and then we'd heal him. That might have been more in the Affliction naked leveling challenge I did a long time ago though. But I do remember the pet dying a lot when we were farming water elemental dudes. We could use Burning Rush. Not really the smartest idea, but at this point we're pretty beefy. Nothing too scary down here. You'd think being locked in like a little room like this with these mobs would be scary, but it's not quite. And this is meant to be like a Draenei building or something, I suppose, right? I keep using Immolate twice though, that's not good. A lot of mistakes are not mattering right now though. We used to have to be a lot more precise, I think. That's gonna be a problem there, I think. Well, it's gonna not aggro somehow. I'm surprised. I thought this skirmisher would aggro, but Cast Ball just looks so freaking cool. Oh yeah, here it is, the Cabal Interrogator. This guy has like a 0.1% chance to drop a shield, and he finally did. I literally just logged out here and farmed this guy. I log on every few minutes and kill him. I was doing it during the AV. What is this actual? Wait, don't we have to... We can't do that yet. We have to finish this quest first. Is he gonna immediately start running? Yeah, he is. Oh, sorry, buddy. Won't be finishing that one then. Maybe if we keep him in combat in this room, he won't do it. I'm pretty sure that this is like... It's like walking through that fire thing. Oh, we'll have to try to keep him in combat here. Let's see if we can't pull that off. Just kill the farthest one first. Oh my god, was that him who just did all that damage? Holy shit. Do we have to kill this? I'm not even sure what we're doing here. Yeah, we don't necessarily have to. Did he leave? Yeah, he probably did. He's not too pleased with me. Yeah, he's back there. I mean, to be honest, by the time I finish this, he might still be in range. I think he's probably going to be being attacked by something, though. Holy shit, that's so much damage. Oh my god, what the hell? Okay, quickly. Wait, did the pet die? God damn it. I don't know where. Oh, he's right there. Okay, we don't need to rush. I need to get Hellstones. Where'd he go? Taking like a slow walk out, isn't he? He's still just right there. He's about to aggro stuff though. Or not. He's just gonna run right through them. I guess it doesn't matter because I have to aggro them. Oh my god, dude, he hits so freaking hard. Oh shit, now he's aggroing stuff. Oh my god, he's getting his ass kicked too. I need to get my freaking pet out. It's like the hardest thing we've done so far. Oh, what the hell? Stop it. Kill him. What are you doing? There we go.
Hello, stranger. But
I wish I could be a broken. How many times have I said this over the years? If I can be a broken Draenei, I would probably... I would probably be playing that. Okay, not that big of a deal. I thought he was going to die, honestly, but... Alright, we're finally past that glitchy area, thanks to Action Camera. Action Camera is such an amazing idea, just not executed very well, I feel like. Man, it's so weird to see 1400 experience, though, I'll tell you what. Been playing a lot of Shadowlands. Oh, another green. We're gonna have to kill all this stuff. That's a nice quest, though. Okay, let's just let him lead on from now, because I really don't want to fight more than we have to. Let's do that while he walks about. Yeah, here we go. I knew there was going to be more of that. And his chain lightning, I wish that that's how strong Ellie's was. He's going to run through. Not really going to work out, my friend. Followed you thus far. You haven't made too many bad decisions, but that was not a good one. Oh, another green. Holy shit.
light must remember the light.
What's this? Oh my god, are you kidding me? The quest completes and now I have to fight more mobs. I can find my way from here. Well, you just proved that you can't, so... No, it just disappears. That's fine. Okay, cool. We're fine. That's no big deal. Let's go on. We have a bunch of arcane dust now. I think we got enough cloth, too. We have 52 cloth. That's a lot more than we had with though. We had like only 28 before when we went in there. Huh? All right, let's turn these quests in. We do not actually have a hearthstone. Get on to make sure I didn't accidentally try to hearth. Oh, we got a ring too. Perfect. Wait. Oh yeah, and this is another item that we can get too.
Peace.
Alright, oh we dinged. 72, how about that? That was a long slash plate on that level, I bet. Alright, let's DE this stuff. That's not what we wanted. Man. Do not need those. I think we can sell them though, maybe? Yeah, we got 4. I mean, we can still level enchanting, I just don't really see a purpose to it. We need the dust too severely to waste it for leveling the profession that doesn't help us. Okay, well anyway, that's enough of this. Let's go back to town. We are definitely going to be making mooncloth, I think. Freaking, this music is so tranquil though. TBC is like way better than I thought it was, honestly. I've long regarded TBC and Wrath as like my least favorite expansions, but there's some good stuff here. It's just so old, you know, that's the problem, especially TBC. But the thing is, I do think TBC is better than Wrath, regardless of its age, because it's got so many things that are just so vital to the game. Like, you know, Hellfire Peninsula is just such an important place to the game. Now, you can say that Ice Crown is such an important place to the game, and Dragon's Blight and stuff like that, but the thing is, like, they were not established well in the previous lore, you know what I mean? Like, when Northrend was a thing in Warcraft 3, you didn't know where you were. Like, I don't think they knew where they were. Like, the zone was just one zone, basically. It wasn't 9 or whatever, however many zones they try to carve that place up into, you know? So, what are these quests for?
Something you like?
Oh, it's a quest for Shadow Moon Village? What is this? Blade's Edge Mountain. Is that because I just dinged? What? No, I'm way past that. 72. Okay, anyway, how does this work now? I know we have to do something or something. Yeah, we have to be at this loom to be able to... Yeah, there we go. Mana loom to be able to craft the imbued netherweave. So let's do that. Oh yeah, the profession crafts don't show up on the casting bar for whatever reason, but that's fine. A little bit more. I like it. It's fine. This is just such a fun concept, though. I'll tell you. Okay, now we can only make 4, but that's all we needed, right? We can only make 4 because we have 2 little arcane dust. Oh wait, no, we can only make. Well, it's a coincidence, but we need one more bolt of netherweave as well if we want to make more. Yeah, we can make 3 primal moon cloth right now, and then we can make the belt. Yo, this is crazy. What the hell? We're about to make the belt. The thing is, I don't think I obtained these legally. I think I like cheated. I can't remember how I obtained them, but I'm pretty sure. I remember the last episode feeling like relatively defeated. I'd be like, guys, listen, I need to do this. This is just not gonna happen. But that was before we knew what we knew about, Chromie time and everything. So I wish I didn't do it, but I did do it. I can also make spell cloth. I don't think we want that though. Spellfire belt. I mean, that's way better. That might be why we didn't make this or try to make this, because this is just way better, right? Oh, I don't think we got all the patterns yet either, did we?
Good day to you.
I don't know why I wouldn't have them. No, I have them. There's only like gold requirement, right? Yeah. I just needed to get to a certain level before I can get them. I think is why I didn't have them at one point. Anyway, it's weird that does that. I don't know. Well, let's say we have to go to the Moonwell to make that, yeah. Wait, do we? Oh, you still have to. That's interesting. I thought they got rid of that. Requires Altar of Shadows. What about Shadow Cloth stuff? Frozen Shadow Weave set. Such a weird name. That's pretty good. They're all just transmogs from Classic, though. I was a little disappointed when I learned that. They're all called Frozen? Frozen Shadow Weave? That's weird. What about... So there's no risks at all, huh? We might just go back and grind a little bit more cloth. Wouldn't mind having the better wrist too, because I don't think we're getting any new wrists. Let's just check this one more time. This is kind of like the main thing that we do in this playthrough if you're somehow watching this for the first time. We find patterns. So yeah, these are just legitimately like from nowhere, right? There's no... Oh, Aldor friendly. Well, that's perfectly on the table. Oh, but that is a lot of materials. Jesus. For freaking... A pattern from friendly, you'd think it'd be easier. The problem is we have to then pick Aldor, which is not... Oh, no. Aldor's... Wait. Aldor's the Draenei one, right? Yeah. That's not the one we want. But, oh wow, it's got transmog too? What the hell? Wrists with transmog, interesting. I don't know enough about this decision, and I don't think I want to make it now. I'll remember this, like, there's no reason to rush into these decisions. Today it's just a warm-up today. We're getting the character warmed up so we can play it again next couple weeks here. We still have shit gloves, right? Yeah. Well, not that bad. Wait, eye level 43, what? These are eye level 80 and 90, what? That's really weird. Because this is TBC content. Black Mage Weave, right? Oh, no. This is classic. Yeah, that's why. Duh. Black Mage Weave. Okay, that makes sense. So we definitely got to find better hands, too. Oh, we can make Spellfire gloves. That's not a bad option, actually. Might just keep making these pieces. There's probably something in my head that... Yeah. See, there's boots, too. That's right. I was like, all right, we're just going to make this all of this gear. That's my goal. Oh, to get not hide leather, though. That's... Well, this is imbued netherweave, though. We're not making those. We're making this. Frozen shadowy boots. The problem is going to be getting the waters. Because that was a pain in the ass, but... There was definitely a way. It was because I was like transmuting them on my DK. Which is not like the fairest way to do it, but I remember that being like a big sticking point. I spent like 5 sessions just grinding those elemental things. Which, to be honest, is awesome. I love that. But yeah, in fact, we need a lot more. That's why we didn't make the piece. Okay, so in order to get a lot more, we need to go farm. We also need a lot more water. Wait. Oh my god, it's 3 per cloth. No, it's 1 per cloth, and I have 3. That's right. Stupid. Anyway, so yeah, I think we just go farm, I guess. We'll make the belt. The belt's definitely a huge upgrade. In order to make it, though, we need a lot more, right? And we get the 3-piece, too. Not like that helps us. Lost 5% of your mana regeneration to continue while casting. Don't think that's in any way a factor, but it's going to be a giant upgrade because we get the sockets, too. Oh, that's weird. The shoulders didn't have any sockets. And now we can go do Mythic Plus on Shadowlands Beta with these sockets. Anyway, yeah, so we can make these right now. Then we're going to have 0 of these. So, all right, so let's head out. We got to go. That'll be the goal for the rest of the session. If we can make this piece, that'll be the goal. I don't know how much time that's going to take, but we need to farm 8 of those primal lives, and that's probably going to take a long time. So that will be the goal for the rest of the session. Whenever we finish that up, we'll be done. Hopefully it won't take too long because I really don't have a ton of time today. I was thinking like, you know what, pre-patch coming soon. Let's get this done. I really want to get these characters moving. I'd really like to go back and do the blacksmithing one too. That is actually pretty advanced. It just feels a bit cheapened because of how late I started it. So I might start a whole new character for that. But I'll tell you what, man, I'm freaking in love with these leveling challenges. It's so fun. And it's kind of unfortunate because they're so lengthy that they really take away a lot of the time that I would have for, you know, kind of playing the game at max level. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I've always had, it's almost like maybe like, I don't know what you would call it, like a little fantasy. It's almost like a little dirty secret, you know what I mean? I've always like had this weird little thought in the back of my head that if things ever like imploded, like if I ever like got banned from YouTube or got banned in actual WoW or, you know, something really, really, really bizarre happened, like, I don't know, like something so life defining, like, you know, you get like silenced by the community somehow, you know what I mean? Like if somebody finds out that I did something like 15 years ago and now everybody hates me and they won't let me be a guild leader, like it's something ridiculous, right? If something ridiculous ever happened, what I always wanted to do was just start a new account and just level 1 of every class with a leveling challenge completely anonymously, no name, you know, no videos, no nothing, no publicized, not publicized at all, and just kind of, you know, just kind of live, you know, live in this little world that I've enjoyed for however many years, and just get fully engrossed in it. Challenges like this help me keep that from wanting that to be a real. I obviously do not want my life to fall apart, but if it ever did, I have a backup plan. How many people? Come on, how many people do you know can say that? Hey, if my life ever falls apart, I got a backup plan. Of course, I wouldn't make any money doing that, but I don't care. Anyway. Alright, so we're going to make these now, or what? Should we wait? I might as well make them now. No reason not to. This is always a fun part, honestly. Oh, it makes them really quick now. It used to be really long. No, that's fine. Used to be like a really long cast time. Okay, so now we're done making cloth for a long time. There's more quests.
Greetings. Illuminate your path.
Wait, what? I already have this quest. I'm confused. Why are these quests back? Could have swore I did these, no? Oh, you know why I have those quests? Oh, you know why I have those? Because I've been farming these stupid bog dudes, right? So we just got a quest on kind of for free, kind of by accident. But yeah, farming these bog dudes, so that's why I got them. We got 1 mana. Whoa, did you see that dude just freaking do like a freaking 1080? Tony Hawk style, man. That was pretty crazy. Alright. Let's get to it. Shoulder to the plow, guys. That's what we used to say. We gotta do it. It's time to get profession materials, which is not necessarily the most fun thing to watch, but we'll try to find a way to keep it interesting. So probably the last time we were talking about Shadowlands, right? I think the last time we were probably doing this, we were probably talking about Shadowlands. And now Shadowlands is on its way out. So much has changed in this span of this playthrough that it's really kind of crazy. The fact that like we were probably speculating on things that now we know are or are not happening is a pretty nuts feeling, especially if you're watching. Like if you actually, I'll tell you what, man, please, if anybody actually has watched, like, you know, even if you've not watched every minute of it, even if you just had it on and you're just kind of leafing through it or something like that, if you watched the beginning of this and you're now watching this episode and then you go on to watch the ending of it, I don't know, just tell me a little bit about your experiences, because I honestly feel like this has got to be such a weird thing to watch and post. I can't even imagine it. Because like you're going to be watching a character that transforms. And obviously I would have preferred to have done this. Wait, what's going on? Oh, there it is. Wrong button. Obviously I would have preferred to have done this all in one patch, obviously. Like I started this, I don't even know if 8.4 was out, or 8.4, 8.3 was out. I'm not actually sure. It might have been 8.25 still or whatever. I'm not actually sure. But either way, I would have obviously liked to have done this all in one patch. Failed to do that, mostly because of my own laziness. It was just I kind of got burned out on it. Or not even burned out, but like, what do you call it when you like, you know things are changing in the future? And so I just didn't really see like the fun in doing it when I knew it was going to change. But I should have, because it would have been a way cooler thing to see, like, oh, look at, he did this before they changed shit. Getting no rewards so far either. But anyway, I don't know. We're off on some crazy tangent. What else were we talking about at the time? I think I remember talking a lot about sports. At the time, sports were collapsing, but the world has rebuilt itself. Yankees, I probably talked a little bit about the Yankees over the years, over the sessions. But anyway, yeah, in terms of the, what's that? Oh. In terms of like the beginning to the end here, it's just, it might actually span 3 patches, and one of them is an expansion patch. So I know for a fact that when I started the blacksmith leveling challenge, it was like during BlizzCon. That's actually the last episode I recorded of the blacksmith leveling challenge was during BlizzCon. It's like I remember trying to get an episode in before BlizzCon started, and then as BlizzCon was happening, I was farming materials off stream basically. It's just nuts, man. What a freaking life. Really, I don't know. I feel like I may be the only person who gets consumed by the longevity of it, but the fact that like we're talking about this like within a year, a year span's gone by, and I'm still not only playing the same game, but like progressing in the same characters, mentality almost. And that's something that I've been doing for 15 years, you know what I mean? Like, imagine if somehow we did that over 15 years. Think about that, the grandeur of that scale. Like, okay, so 15 years from now, I'm still going to be working on this character. Like, think about that, honestly. Think about the gravity of that statement. To say that, 15 years from now, I might still be playing the same character and progressing on it in the same way. And it's obviously things have changed and progression is sideways a lot of times. But just to say that this is the same character, the same thing I've been working on for 15 years. Why would anybody ever play any other game? Like it's like, okay, well, if that's the case, like what other community and kind of history with the game can you expect for that, like that type of longevity? It just doesn't exist. I mean, I don't know, other than like really the only other thing has been Pokemon, but it's never the same game. Like if I'm still playing Pokemon Red and Blue, obviously I'm very confused, but I don't know. I always kind of thought that Pokemon and WoW were very similar in terms of content because of like the way I always looked at it was Pokemon games were just expansions, like WoW. Like if you're still playing Classic 15 years straight, like you got something wrong with you, obviously. Just like if you're still playing Pokemon Red and Blue 15 years straight, you got something wrong with you. I don't know. Maybe not wrong with you, but something's weird. But so like it could be looked at the same way for Pokemon games, right? Like red and blue, and then they had an expansion, gold and silver, and then they had an expansion, ruby and sapphire, and all these things. You know what I mean? So, not how the games are handling it, obviously, but it certainly feels that way as a player. The only thing is, of course, like, you don't continue, you start over, but like, it's more about the universe and like the characters in the universe, I feel like, for that game. Whereas in WoW, it's all about the progression. It's all about the character. It's all about you interfacing through the world with the character, and how the character makes you feel, and how the character makes you interact with the world, you know? So that's definitely the big difference between the two games. But the fact that, like, you know, I could reliably, you know, expect, like, all right, well, we need a good electric type, here's one. You know, play with Pikachu for these reasons. Like, those things are, like, they're universal truths about the game. Just like WoW has universal truths about classes and content, you know? Need to do dungeons? All right, well, we need 5 people for that. Want to do raids? Well, we need a larger group for that, you know? We're only going to be able to do them once a week. Okay, we need to summon. We got a Warlock, you know what I mean? We need mage table. That's for the mage there. You know, all these things are like almost universal truths about the game, and even though they've fallen away from a lot of it, I do feel like it's come back in Shadowlands a lot. So I don't know when the last time, you know, where we were at in the Shadowlands discussion last time we talked about it. It wasn't that long ago, realistically. I know Shadowlands beta was just coming out, and that's why I stopped doing the series. I remember when the beta got announced, I was actually streaming this series. But I do think we probably have learned a lot more about many systems. It's certainly Chromie time and the leveling concepts in general are the ones that have been the most improved, or the most, like, we've learned the most about it. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I don't know. It's just been really a wild ride, and I have to say, Shadowlands has definitely got some really nice things. I've yet to actually play a Warlock in Shadowlands too. That's what got me on this topic, I think, because I was thinking about how Shadowlands Warlock and what I'm playing right now are gonna differ, and I don't actually know the answer to that. Like, it could be dramatically. I know they have curses. I know they have Ritual of Doom or something. They got like a couple things. I don't remember. A couple different things, but I've had a lot of fun doing like the no spec leveling challenges. If you haven't seen those, by the time you're watching this, hopefully there's been 2 done already. Or, well, there's been some done on the beta. Kind of just like a very casual approach to them. Then me and Cop did a duo one, no spec and no gear, and that's been that was a lot of fun. And I think we have plans to do another one. A lot of the times when you make videos, you have to try to anticipate your actions, because if I'm trying to tell you about something that's going to happen months from now, you're not going to... I have not done it yet, but you're going to be seeing it when it's already done, hopefully. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm pretty sure me and Cop are going to get together to do another one. But I can't predict the future perfectly, even though we should have the ability to do so. But yeah. By the time you're watching this, it's very likely that me and Cop have done 2 of those. The first one was great, though, one way or the other. We did that one on the PTR. Now we're going to do the next one on live. And whenever the pre-patch comes out, we'll be doing that. So I hope that it will be a lot of fun. I don't know what class we'll do this time around. That time we did Mage and he did Monk. We found some really, really cool things about... or not Mage, Priest, sorry. We did Priest and he did Monk. And we found some really, really cool things going on. Like Draenei, Lightforged Draenei are like really, really powerful for this leveling playthrough style. Because it allows you to die and like go massive AoE mode. Like actually dying is like your best offense, basically. It's kind of crazy. So we're probably going to stick with the Lightforged Draenei. The thing is, I still, like, I wouldn't actually mind doing another Lightforged Draenei myself, because I still don't have the Heritage Armor for them. Thing is, like, what's like the best 2-person combo? We talked a lot about that when we were doing it, and I feel like we know for sure, like, Mind Control is really powerful, but you don't get it until really late. So it's like, what other classes would be even better? I think like Paladin would be really good. Obviously, they can be Lightforged Draenei, but Paladin would be really good because the immunities, having an immunity is huge. Honestly, though, Priest and Priest and Monk were actually a really good combo because I could mind control the CC, and the good thing about mind control is you could use it on a lot of things. It's not like some CC like sheep and stuff where you're limited But anyway, and then Cop Touch Death was actually really powerful too. So it was definitely not. I don't think it would be the best combo. The thing we lacked was AoE, and that's what ultimately led us to the route that we went on. We needed to find like some way to do AoE damage, and we just couldn't find it. But we found it eventually. It was just unfortunate that it was the way to find it was to die. Not really what you expect, but okay. Rain of Fire did not go off for some reason. Oh, I need enough soul shards, and I didn't have it, I think, at the time. Oh, we've yet to get one, so this is going to take a long time. I do wish these drop rates were a bit higher for sure. But if it was too high, it would really kind of devalue the purpose. There's just got to be a better place to farm these. There has to be. Like, no matter how geared we are, we're never going to be able to just, like, destroy them. We're killing them quite fast, too. It's not like it's slow. But anyway, in terms of the duo playthrough. So yeah, let's talk about, let's go through it. So what would be a good option for every class? Or, like, what's the perspective for every class? So priests, we know to be, like, dramatically, like, they have a huge impact. But not until they get, control, or whatever, mind control. It's actually like pretty late too. I think it's like 35 or something like that. It's not as late as some spells, but you could use it a lot earlier. Let's put it that way. The thing about priests though is they actually have a really balanced kit. They have a lot of spells. Like they have way more spells than most classes. If you don't know what I'm talking about, basically in Shadowlands you could like not pick a spec, and I still don't know if it's going to be intended or not. We'll see. The patch is going live soon, and I don't think they've taken it out yet. I haven't checked, honestly. I stopped checking for a while there, but I'm pretty sure it's going to go live that way. So if that's the case, it's a really fun concept. In the spell book now, like, you're defined by your spec and class, but in Shadowlands you're defined. There's two separate spell books. There's one that your class gets, and then one that your spec gets. The one that your spec gets, obviously you don't have access to if you're not that spec, but the one that your class gets, you don't need to have a spec to have those spells. So it's actually like perfect. He died, yeah. It's actually like perfect because you can literally never choose a specialization, even though it's going to be kind of an annoyance the whole way through. And you can easily level the character. Now, at one point in the beta, you're able to level and get talents too. Even though you had no spec, there was some talents that were not spec specific when they were defined. Like Mage had mirror images for all three, Arcane, Fire, and Frost. So that meant that when you had no spec, you can take mirror images. It was an option on the talent tree. But now they've hidden the talent tree, so you can't do it at all. Which is obviously probably better, because it's certainly buggy looking when you have a talent tree with no talents on it. But anyway, so that's how it works. So what will be the best perspective? Doing it alone is a different story altogether, because if you're doing it alone, you really need good self-sustain and good utility besides damage. So, but yeah, so every class, let's see. So priest we know to be like hugely good. And we also know monk to be good too in some ways, but I wouldn't say monk is a top tier pick just because they don't have a lot of spells. In fact, I was really kind of surprised at how few spells Cop got over the time, and I think he was too. But having few spells isn't necessarily a problem. A paladin is probably the fewest spells, actually. The thing about paladin is that they have Shield of the Righteous as their main damage source, which is not a problem. It's just you can't use a two-hander then. You have no actual damage other than Shield of the Righteous. Like, I mean, you have things that do damage, but it's going to be mostly Consecrate and Shield of the Righteous. So you're going to have to use a two-hand or a sword and board, which is kind of strange to level with sword and board, obviously. But I do think Paladin would be really powerful just because of the immunities and things like Lay on Hands. Really make things a lot easier. A lot of the times we actually died to having just too much damage taken. When you're naked and no spec, it's very difficult. But so, similar in that vein is Warrior. They actually are a little bit more diverse than Paladin because they can use shield slam, and they can use like slam and other abilities that do two-handed damage. So you could actually probably like alternate. In fact, maybe I'll play warrior this time around because that does sound like it would be very interesting. But it is not very powerful. Like they don't bring anything else besides that. Like what else do they do? I don't really know. So I think that this time around, you know, for duo leveling, it's pretty good. But for solo, it would be really... You'd never be able to do it naked. I don't think you can do... It's like the spec just doesn't really have anything. Doesn't have any self-sustain. It doesn't have any utility. Doesn't really have anything that you would be able to get like a big moment out of. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure if they actually have any... The thing about Paladin is they also have a CD, which is kind of a big deal. It sounds stupid to say that, but like legitimately, I think they're the only class in the game that has a CD now. Mage was one of them because you can take mirror images with a talent. But that's not on the docket anymore, I don't think. I don't think you can take it at all now. I haven't tried it, but yeah, I don't think they have, like... I guess Monk technically has Touch of Death, which might be looked at as a CD. But to me, a CD, like, buffs, you know, your spells. So that's Paladin, get wings. All 3 specs get wings. I think that's the only class in the game that gets that. Pretty sure Warlock certainly doesn't. Mage certainly doesn't. Maybe Rogue does. Does Rogue have, like, a spec... agnostic CD? I'm not sure. Adrenaline Rush or something? Probably not. Rogue's a good option too, though, because they have stealth. It's extremely valuable. Being able to stealth past stuff, you have no idea how important that is for leveling naked. Because you're going to be fighting a lot of things, and you don't want to fight a lot of things. You know what I mean? The more combat you're in, the longer it takes, especially with combat. Like, you know, sitting here farming mobs, obviously stealth has no value whatsoever. But if you're trying to actually get a quest done and there's like a single target that you need to kill, do you want to kill 10 mobs or do you want to kill 1 mob? That's partially why flying has been such a hot topic too, right? So it's obviously faster. The thing is, Rogue kind of lacks in other ways though. I feel like they'd be really good solo, but they'd be terrible alone. Because they don't have any way to support a second person. Like, me and Cop, the fact that we could heal each other was the reason we were able to do that, honestly. If we didn't have the healing that we had, we would have no hope. We would have gotten absolutely owned by that stuff, so that's something to think about too. Class in itself, healing is obviously good, so that brings you to maybe like Druid. Druid has stealth, and it has self-healing, all kinds of healing, so I don't actually know what Druid's kit looks like, because without the forms, I don't know what they can do. It's a really good point. I wonder how that works. We might check out Druid too. But yeah, you know, stealth and the flexibility that Druid might offer does sound like it'd be pretty fun. So obviously the ultimate one is Hunter. They're just the best at it, and I would never even consider doing a duo with a Hunter unless there was 2 Hunters, maybe 2 Marksman Hunters. That would be fun. But if you're going to use the pet, it's obviously just like overpowered. You could already see my pet carrying me in a lot of ways here. I don't think I've eaten a melee since we started this. Not many. And most of its power is coming from my health pool at this point, but certainly the pets just make it really, really easy. And Hunter pets are just way better than the other pets that are out there. So we finally got one of these though. We'll make 1. So that's 7 more we need. But yeah, Hunter is like kind of, if you ever like looked into Iron Man challenges, which is kind of where this all started for me. I really wanted the Iron Man challenge to be a thing, but I just cannot. I mean, listen, it's the same reason I hate Nuzlockes in Pokemon. It's just stupid. You're not meant to not die. That's just not how the game works, you know? Like, dying is how you improve. If you die, you learn. I don't want to start over when I die. That's stupid. So I tried to find ways that Iron Man's, like, the other stuff with Iron Man could be interesting, and that's what ultimately led me to leveling naked. But yeah, obviously there's other challenges that are present with it. But so yeah, so Druid's like a really good option, and I think that, you know, maybe we'll check out Druid, but Hunter is the one that everybody played for Iron Man, and of course, you know, people like commonly considered it like, you know, you want to do Iron Man, you got to do Hunter. I always thought that was freaking stupid, because it's like, well, if everybody's doing the same challenge and they all have a pet, then why bother even doing it? Took like all the fun out of it. And it's not just because of the pet, it's also because feign death, right? So if you're about to die, you can just feign, and you can save the run. So some people did it with Rogue too. That's what got me into using Stealth, and Vanish and stuff obviously helps with that too. But if you're not using a Stealth class and you're not using a pet class, you know, so you got Warlock, which we've talked about, but I don't think they'd be particularly good for it. Although maybe Soulstone would have some usages. You can do like death skips with Soulstone and stuff. That's actually pretty useful. You know, Warlock's an interesting one. Just because a duo death skip or something like that could be really beneficial. So then that kind of leads you to Shaman if you're talking about death skips. Like Shaman is also relatively known for death skip capabilities because of Ankh. But I don't really think, I think Shaman might actually be the worst for no spec leveling because they are really poorly defined without their specs. Like, let's put it this way, naked leveling as Ellie is really fun. Two-handed enhancement Shaman is really fun. I did that already on the channel in Shadowlands. You can check that out if you haven't seen it. Two-handed enhancement Shaman, Nomad style. So basically what we're doing now, only without profession incorporation. And I did do... Wait, no, I don't think that's true. No, I didn't do Nomad style. It was just straight up two-handed enhanced. That was it. Two-handed enhanced to test chromie time. That was why I did it. But yeah, still, it was really fun. Enhanced two-hander is like, you're basically, that's a challenge in itself effectively because you can't use half your spells. That's more, like, that's something to consider when you're doing it. And obviously, like, enhancement shaman is not meant to be played that way anymore, but still perfectly doable. We leveled all the way. Had no real problems. I mean, we had some problems, but it's not, it's certainly not harder than leveling naked or something like that. But I just don't think Shaman would be good with no spec. Like, I don't actually know what they even have with no spec. The main things I like about Shaman are some of the spells that the specs have, though. Like, Storm Strike is an awesome spell. Wind Fury is an awesome spell. Lava Burst is an awesome spell. You know, the healing spells are awesome. And you have some of those. But it's like you don't have, like, I don't think you have Lava Burst. I'm pretty sure Lava Burst doesn't exist, right? You have to be Ellie or Resto for that. So that's, at least if they had Lava Burst, it would be a lot more interesting. But basically, I think like no spec Shaman would be like just shocks and auto attacks. And that's basically what two-handed enhance was for a while too. So the big thing about Shaman is they have some of the coolest PvP talents for world content, like bar none. It's not even close. They have some amazing PvP talents for world content. But yeah, I don't think I could. But the only thing about Shaman is that they can actually heal, and they do bring good utility to the two-person combo. I just don't think it would ever be something I would consider seriously. It depends, though. If we keep doing... I really want to do this and get all the heritage armors. I think this would be a really fun way to do it. Me and Cop duo get like every heritage armor that I need, at least. And if he doesn't, you know, doesn't need many, I can do them alone, too. But... I don't know. But yeah, so that's it for Shaman. I wouldn't say there's much more consideration to be had there. So then you kind of maybe more to a main, like a caster DPS, like Mage or something like that. Mage is definitely, you know, all three specs are caster, so same with Warlock. Obviously Warlock has a lot more utility, but Mage is kind of just a glass cannon build. The thing about Mages, though, they have like a lot of like flexibility in their spells, which is actually kind of fun. They have Arcane Nova, or whatever. Arcane Explosion, that's the name of it. Which is really, really good. Like, they're pretty much the only strong AoE class. I don't see what other class would have good AoE. When you think about your best AoEers right now, their spells are all very specific. Like, you know, the only other spell that I could even think of would be Consecrate, actually. But certainly, like, Rogue's AoE is all based on its spec, so you can't expect that with no spec. You know, other big Warlock, like Warlock and stuff like this, they're definitely based on their specs, so... Yeah, I think Mage is probably the only, like, straight, like, they have good AoE that you're gonna find with no spec. But they also have, like, Fire Blast, which is good mobility. They have Blink, which is very flexible for, you know, both mechanical survival and also mobility. They have Ice Block, you know, they have an immunity. Like, it's a really, really powerful... And maybe the most important thing, they have Frost Nova. Frost Nova and Sheep are like, you dominate naked leveling there. Because, like, you're going to get hit. You're going to take a lot of damage. At that point, it's like, how do you not die? With those types of spells, that's how you don't die. You know what I'm saying? So, really nice. We just did a full rotation around this and didn't get a single freaking thing. But yeah, mage is a really good option. I just don't know how valuable it would be with the second person. It's a really good option alone. But if the second person was constantly getting threat, then there's nothing that you could help them with. Like you don't bring anything to the table. That's another point. It's like threat, right? That's why like the double healer concept was like really valuable for us. If we didn't have that both of us can heal situation, I don't know how we would have did it. We would have to make sure that one of us had threat, which would perfectly be possible if it was priest. If we did like priest warrior, that'd be perfectly possible. Because, you know, the warrior could taunt. Like a tank or something could taunt. I don't think... Wait, did Cop half taunt? Yeah, he did. He did half taunt. But anyway, like a class that could taunt would work. And then I could also fade as a priest. That was actually kind of useful. We did that a fair amount. Bounced right around. But what other classes have we not talked about? Obviously, Demon Hunter. I don't know, though. Wait, what the hell? Did we just get... We got two there, I guess. Demon Hunter was like... I still don't even know how it works. Like, I'm not sure you can do no spec leveling. I don't think you can. I don't think it's possible. Because then in the Demon Hunter, you still start as a Demon Hunter. You still start in the starting zone. The only option. Like, you don't have any other choice. So... You have to, I'm pretty sure you have to pick a spec there to get out of the starting zone. Like, there's a series of quests that introduce you to the spec and the... Whoa, what the hell? Where did this guy come from? There's a series of things that introduce you to being a demon hunter. And one of them is deciding, like, which energy you're going to absorb or something like that from a demon. Out of range, Jesus. Oh my god, wow, he is running really far. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, just this mob ran like 500 yards from where it started. That's crazy. But yeah, so I don't think Demon Hunter is even on the table. Monk's obviously fine. Death Knight is on the table, but you have to pick a allied race basically. What just happened? Oh, the pet died, yeah. DK is interesting, but it's not. It's very, very, very boring. Like, you get very few spells. Although, I don't know, maybe this has changed. They have done a lot of actual, like, spell changes. Not, like, tuning, but, like, when you earn them while leveling. So I wonder if that has changed for DK. But DK literally had one ability, and it was Rune Strike, which isn't a spell. Like, it's weird because Shaman had that same thing. It was called Primal Strike. But then it got, like, eaten up by enhancement. If you picked enhancement, that is one thing for Shaman no spec, is that Primal Strike is actually really powerful. It's just like a spammable auto attack spell, like maybe like a Heroic Strike used to be or something. But anyway, yeah, if you pick enhancement, Primal Strike just gets turned into Storm Strike. And the thing about it is Primal Strike could be used with the two-hander. So it was actually perfectly, like, they were, if that was the case, if Primal Strike didn't get turned into Storm Strike at 20, Enhancement Shaman two-hander would be, like, very viable. And I actually left feedback on the forums about that. And I don't know, I haven't checked it since. I wonder if they changed it. Maybe they did. Maybe they made it so you can use Primal Strike all the way through as enhanced. Like, at max level, it would just be invalidated regardless, because it's going to be worse than Storm Strike in every way. But imagine if they left it in just for two-hander, right? But anyway, it's the same way for DK. They have this ability called Rune Strike, which turns into either Hard Strike, Frost Strike, or I don't know the names. Festering Strikes or something like. I don't know. Whatever the names of the strikes are, it turns into that. Oh, we got another green. We're getting a lot of greens. We'll do this later though. But yeah, and I think that's cool and all. I just don't know, like, why any DK would ever have that. It's like the DK starts, I'm just not really sure. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, when I did level the character, it was very interesting because I only had that ability. And it doesn't sound like an issue, but it's just very, 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 very one-dimensional when literally every key press is a single spell. It kind of played like a different version of the game. Like, think about if 100% of your key presses were one spell for your damage rotation, what that would be like. It would be a different game, right? It'd be like playing Demon Hunter. No, I'm just kidding. It was a bit weird though. It always made me think that there was going to be some changes. So we'll see. I haven't tried it out. They do have Death Strike though. To be fair, it just did very little damage. So I mean, it's decent survival, I guess, right? The other weird thing about it was that they had Death Pact. When I could still access talents, they had Death Pact, and I was like, holy shit, that's pretty powerful. But yeah, I don't think you could access talents at all anymore. So I'd imagine that's out. And that CD is so freaking strong. Could probably, if there was like 5 or 6 mobs, I could easily pull 5 or 6 there and be fine. It lasts a long time too. I just love having pets, I'll tell you. But you know, Death Grip can be valuable. And I guess I have Battle Res, so I don't know. If we had a Battle Res, that playthrough would have been a lot different. The more I think about it, the more I think Druid is actually going to be a really good pick. You also get free flying, right? Oh no, I think they changed that. I think you actually have to pay for it now, even as a Druid. Let's not go up there. Anyway, so what specs, what class did we miss? Any? I don't know. Kind of just got off on a tangent. It's just trying to keep like active commentary going here, because yeah, I think we're not gonna have enough time to get 8 of these today. These are really low drop rates. So look into a better way to get them. The problem, oh, as herbalists, that's the way you got them. That's what I should do. I should just come out here and herb on a different character or something. But I'll tell you, the blacksmith leveling challenge was a much different experience than this, because you didn't really have to farm mobs, right? Like, there was no actual mobs needed. You could completely level the profession without ever getting in combat. And I really, really liked the blacksmith one, because every time you made something, you had to be at a blacksmith place, or what do they call it? A forge, right? Like, think about that. That's very interesting when you are playing in Nomad style, where you have no Hearthstone and you're not taking any flight paths. Because it means that if you want to make gear, you have to go find a forge. So I actually had to learn, and then to smelt gear, you had to do the same. I actually had to go learn how to do that. That was like it was hard. It was hard to figure it out. So yeah, I don't know. Pretty freaking cool stuff. The other thing about that playthrough was I had to party sync to be able to do it, basically, because I wanted to do dungeons that I could get profession patterns and stuff from, which, come to think of it, I don't know why I'm not doing that on this character, but I probably just didn't get high enough until now. That's probably why I didn't do any. But anyway, not worried about that. Actually, you know what? I think last dungeon we queued for Arcatraz, didn't we? I'm gonna do that right now and see if we get in. I remember this. Or one of the dungeons. We queued for slave pens, right? Yeah, look, I'm still, oh wow, I'm still queued for all of them. Okay, cool. We're gonna queue up, and if we get in, we'll do that. Because we're definitely, I don't know. We got 2 so far, but we need 6 more, and we've been on here for 30 minutes already. It's not that long. It just really, I can't see myself talking for another hour and a half about things that aren't related to the gameplay. But certainly the duo style is very interesting. I really like naked leveling challenges and, you know, that kind of thing in general. But it's just a lot more fun when you have a partner. It's just more, everything's just more fun with somebody else. You know, like even golf, I like playing with second person. Even though I feel like I can progress better alone in golf, it's definitely more fun to play with another person, because it's like, you know, you could laugh about the bad shots, or you can be like, wow, look at what just happened. Whereas if it happens when I'm alone, it's like, I have to look around, you know what I mean? Like, see if anybody saw it. But it does change the whole dynamic of it. Like when you're leveling in a very difficult way with a partner, it's no longer just about, okay, I can make this mistake, and or, you know, I could just like run through these mobs and die and then res on the other side. It's like, no, now we both have to agree that that's the best option, and makes it a little bit, you know, the dynamic of progression is different. I do feel like me and Cop, like, we really like played really well in that playthrough, as stupid as that sounds. Like, talking about leveling here, but like honestly, I don't think like older versions of either of us could have succeeded in that. It's hard. It's not easy. Like maybe you don't understand if you haven't watched it. For 2 characters to have no specs and no gear on whatsoever, to level from 10 to 50, that's not easy. It sounds like it might be, because people like think like WoW's been like neutered to the point of no difficulty out in the world, but it's just not true. Like that was done with gear, you know what I mean? When you have 0 gear and no spec too, like that was also done with class spells too. Like, you know, things got easier when everybody got heals and everybody got defensives and all this stuff. Those things don't exist when you have no spec. It's almost like you're basically playing like classic class design again. It's not the same, but it's a very like the limited toolkit you have is why classic was hard. I always made this quip almost about the difficulty of classic, because it was like building a house. I always said, let's see, I can never remember this. I always said classic's difficulty compared to BFA's difficulty. Classic's difficulty was like cutting a board with a wrench, and BFA's difficulty was like building a house with every tool available. That's basically what it is. Like the access to tools that you have in the modern game is like completely higher. Like I mean in every possible way, it's massively higher, right? But then the difficulty is like jacked up like crazy too, right? And it's honestly, that's kind of what I was aiming for in my Pokemon game. Like I wanted there to be a lot of access to difficulty, so if people wanted to do challenges, they could, but not like make the game so hard, like so poorly designed basically, that it was difficult for every single player no matter what. And that's basically what Classic is to me. Like it's just so poorly designed that you don't have enough tools to answer the problems that the game presents itself. A lot of people like that, but I mean, pretty stupid, like, you know what I mean? Then it creates these, just like the naked leveling, the Iron Man stuff we were just talking about, then it creates these scenarios where like the only way to level is with the hunter, you know what I mean? Like if you were ever to do like a speed leveling challenge or something where like you wanted to level fast in Classic, you can't pick certain things. Like it's just not viable because they don't have the tools they need to level fast. You know what I'm saying? That's the opposite. Like those should be challenges. Those should be things that it's made like that on purpose. But that's like the baseline game. That's like how the game is created in Classic. So, but anyway, pet died again. We almost dinged here though. Wow, is this really just from grinding? I think we did a few quests. Yeah, we're gonna ding just from grinding for sure. Another green. Let's start putting these in the bags down here so we could not miss any. We got a lot. Our bags are actually going to be filled soon, which is a problem. We're going to have to either vendor it. Now they're going to be even more filled. That was a bunch of stuff we didn't need. I don't think it's a good idea to vendor anything because we do need money. I've been doing it where I try not to use any external resources if I don't have to. So any money that I get, I can use to buy things or to, you know, to do things in the game. But I'm not gonna send money over. I think I did though. I think that was the thing that I did on this character, and that's how I ultimately cheated, was I sent money over for my Death Knight or bought stuff on my Death Knight or something. But the music in Outland, though, is just really satisfying, I'll tell you what. I'm excited to do Wrath again, though. We're definitely doing a character or some kind of leveling challenge through Wrath. I would really like to do a playthrough of every zone in Wrath, because that's where things like, you know, I had done these zones in TBC so many times between live and private servers that I know everything that's going on in the zones. I might not have experienced them at like a visceral level with music and everything, but the storylines are well told to me. Like the only thing I don't know is Alliance. I might do Alliance playthroughs, but yeah, for the most part, I know everything that there is to know about this stuff. But Wrath is the complete opposite. Like I literally don't. I never even did some zones. Like Zoldrak, I think I maybe did once my whole life. I freaking hated that zone. But now it would be a lot more interesting to see. I don't know why I hated it either, honestly. But Now it would be a lot more interesting to come back with, like, you know, the appreciation I have for the game and see the storylines and see what challenges the zone offers, especially with no spec or even naked. The thing is, for these zones, doing them for the first time, definitely don't want to do them naked. But I also don't want to, like, just do them with full gear and stuff. I'll tell you what, though, that no spec challenge concept is like the future for me. I really, really, like, I'm praying if they take that out. Ruin is such a stupid word to say. If they take it out because they don't want it in the game, which it's their game, so they can do that if they want, I will be very, very, very disappointed. It is such an unintentionally amazing idea. Like, I don't think they designed it. Like, they certainly didn't. Like, you know what I mean? Actually, and this is why I became concerned about it. Because I was talking about it with some people I know who work at Blizzard, and they were saying, like, they're like, wait, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, you can play the game with no spec. And they're like, oh, well, nobody's going to do that, right? Like, if you have no spec, you can't really compete at max level. I was like, oh, yeah, no, I'm talking about low level for leveling. It's like dramatically changes the feel of the character. It makes it a lot more interesting. And, like, you know, it's just the whole fabric of the game is different, basically. And I can't exactly remember the reply, but the reply was something like, oh, we hadn't thought of that. I was like, oh, fuck. God damn it. Did I just nerf the game? But yeah, no, I definitely think it's probably not going to be. I would be very surprised if it's in the game. But I think it might be, just because they have made some changes to what it might look like that didn't remove it. You got to think that every minute that goes by, Blizzard is actively changing the game. But unfortunately, it's just not always a reality. Like, it is, but they're not always changing every part of the game. That's the big issue. So they might be, like, you know, 5 months might have gone by, and they might not have made a single adjustment to that. But then as soon as they see, like, hundreds of people doing it on live servers, then they're like, ah, yeah, no, unfortunately, this is not what we were going for here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's very, like, that will happen, very likely, with many things. Even though they could have changed it for 5 months, it was just not their focus the whole time. And now that they have a focus, you know what I mean? Now that the game's out and it's, like, being played a certain way, now they have to start caring about that kind of stuff. So it's upsetting, and it's, like, a lot of people probably get really pissed about that kind of stuff, which I've been in that boat before. But it's what you come to expect at this point. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't have the right expectations of the game. They expect, like... Pet died again. They expect the game to be perfect for them, and they don't realize that there's things that the game developers have to do that make the game perfect for them. You know what I mean? So... Or at least as good of a middle ground as they can establish. That's the key to life, though, man. It's people always, like... I don't know, man. People always wanted the fastest and easiest way, but that's like not a good approach to have in life. There's going to be times when you don't control. You do not control the difficulty of the scenario you're in. You know what I mean? Like, people need to stop thinking that they should control every difficult scenario. Sometimes life throws you lemons. You know what I'm saying? That's why that phrase came up. Like, make lemonade. Make it work. Stop worrying about what it could look like if it was different, and stop worrying about what you can do to succeed in the scenario you're in. That's the key to life, in my opinion. Like, that's how you have a successful life, and you're not constantly embittered by every scenario. Like, you know, I do this all the time too, and this is why I talk about it so much, because I know at how easily I fall back into this mentality, and it's really detrimental, very, like, complete opposite of how anybody should live a life, but I do it all the time. I make a lot of excuses. I make stupid complaints that aren't relevant or aren't good. They're not fair complaints, you know what I mean? And this is maybe the best example is traffic. Like, instead of, like, saying, like, well, I can't, you know, like, you have to realize that you cannot control the way other people are driving. So you have to figure out a way to give yourself the best opportunity to get on time where you're going. You know what I'm saying? So you don't be like, you don't leave, like, 5 minutes late and then, like, bitch about traffic the whole way, which is what I've done in the past. You leave 30 minutes early, and if you get there early, you're like, well, this is, you know, unfortunate, we wasted time, but what can I do in this time? You know, like, you find ways to maximize your real life just like your in-game life. And it really, I tell you, the game has really helped me with that. Like, maximizing like every second of a real life scenario was never something that was ever in my mind until I started playing WoW, and trying to make like a career out of WoW and play WoW long term. You have to start thinking in that direction. It's kind of crazy to say it, but like it changes your life. And I found like the sooner I realized like I can't control this scenario, I need to stop making excuses about it and just get better at it. It's just, golf is just such a great parallel. There's really nothing better. It's actually insane how good of a parallel for WoW and real life progression, like how they merge so well in golf. It's absolutely insane. Like, let's put it this way. If the average WoW complaint that gets spawned on the forums and in different social circles was applied to golf, they would be complaining at every possible turn. Like, what the fuck? Why is there a bunker here? They should just get rid of bunkers. You know what I mean? Why should I have to play in the rain? Like, what the hell? Nerf the weather. You know what I mean? Should never have to play in the rain. Like, all of these different things. Like, the rule change. The one that I brought up most recently was the rule changes. They make a lot of rule changes in the PGA. And I'm actually surprised that the pros take it as good as they do. And that really was what clued me in on the fact that, like, a lot of people who play WoW competitively aren't actual competitors. Like, they're not there to be the best version of themselves. They're just kind of almost toxically associated with it for such a long period of time that they have nothing else going on. Like, they're married to it. Like, they're in a bad relationship with the game almost. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when, they make these rules changes, and then you hear, like, I'll never forget this. Tiger Woods talking about they changed like wedge groove requirements or something like that. I don't exactly understand what they changed, but let's put it this way. They made a lot of changes that made a lot of certain types of shots a lot harder for these people, right? And his response was, now I'll finally be able to beat Phil. Or something like that. Like, he made a joke about it. You know what I mean? It's like, he knows he's not gonna, like, the most influential golfer in the world, he's not gonna be able to, no matter what, he could if he made a big enough stink about it. Oh, okay, cool. But he could have easily made a big enough deal about that could have got the rule changed. And that would have been quite reckless, honestly. Very selfish. But that's basically what a lot of players are trying to do. They're trying to make it all about them, you know what I mean? It all about like the way they play, and that nobody else really should have a say effectively. Like, imagine, and that's a great example too, the situation there. It's like, if Tiger Woods got that changed, nobody would have ever learned what the benefits of the system could have been. Like, yeah, it's easy to say, like, just like with covenants and all the controversial topics in WoW, like, it's easy to say, like, there are no benefits. This is only bad. But it's just false, right? Like, that's stupid. That's a low IQ level of thought. Just not thinking critically. And, maybe it will ultimately be looked at as, like, oh, this was a bad idea. They shouldn't have done this. The cons do outweigh the goods. The cons do outweigh the pros. And it's just not worth it. But you don't know that's the case. You have to let these rules changes, like in golf, you have to let them happen. So I don't know, I always thought that was just a great example of what somebody who's like properly serious about competition looks like, because it's very easy to just be like, just throw a hissy fit and just try to get, use every ounce of your influence to try to get the rules to be changed back to be more convenient for you, or I guess just to resist change overall, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. A little tangent there, but... Okay, how long have we been going? Okay, unfortunately, I think we're going to be calling it soon. Did we ever get a dungeon queue? Where is it? I don't see it because it's on the mini-map, I guess. 16 minutes. We're basically just waiting on a tank. That's the one thing about playing the Paladin, we could get in almost instantly. Alright, so we'll go for like 10 more minutes. We'll do like another full circuit here. And that'll be it then. Any other mobs? Cool. Trying to make better use of this CD. This area is just not very dense, unfortunately. Like if I can pull like 5 or 6 of these at a time, I could easily kill them. It's just like really not very dense at all, so. Well, we got 3 of them at least. Just chaos bolts. We want to get soul shards used as quick as possible so we can regen them quick too. I should just like leave Burning Rush on permanently. I wonder how much damage, like, would I actually be in danger if I did that? I don't even know. Another leveling challenge. Burning Rush only. Level a Warlock 1 to 60 without ever taking Burning Rush off. Well, you have to get the spell first, so that wouldn't work out. See, it's like stuff like that that leads me to New Game Plus concepts. Like, I understand why they do it, but I really wish you can just start with a fully unlocked class. Like, for me, the journey isn't just about spell progression, you know what I mean? It's also about, like, doing areas of the game with certain things that make it a lot more fun. That was my big problem with Priest. Like, mind control is so powerful, it sucked not having it. It was really, like, so much more fun once we got it. Like, insanely more fun. Jesus, they heal a lot with that. So anyway, food for thought. Shadowlands on its way out, guys. Pre-patch soon. I won't say when because I don't want to date myself here, but yeah, it's soon. We don't have a pet again? It's dying a lot now. But yeah, so next time we play this character, oh yeah, we're gonna ding too. All right, well, let's ding. That'll be our goal. Let's ding, and then we'll end the episode. We're no longer in rested. Wow, we got the full 2 bars arrested. Actually, maybe I didn't get 2 bars arrested, 2 levels arrested. We didn't get 2 levels today. Yeah, I guess we didn't get 2 levels arrested. Where the hell did I log out? I logged out in Showerith. How's that possible? Over 5 months of being offline, I didn't get 2 bars arrested, 2 levels arrested. That's hard to believe. That's very hard to believe. That's like impossibly hard to believe. How the hell did that happen? I don't quite understand. Oh, this is back on the cast bar. Alright, our goal is to ding now. But yeah, it's like not necessarily non-viable to grind. To level. I mean, it certainly is. You're not going to want to do it, but it's an option if you're really not interested in leveling fast at all. We're going to end up with 4, I assume, by the time we finish these mobs. I'll find out. Alright, we dinged. We didn't. Oh, we got 4. Let me just get one more, stupid as it sounds. I just want to get one more just so I don't have a new stack needing to form. It's kind of dumb, but I like to have a stack. Like, if I'm farming something, I like to always have one in my bags to make sure that I don't lose them. I've had that happen a lot in the past where I lose, like, the track of where they are, and then they end up, like... The reason I'm saying this is because I've had this happen where my bags fill up, and I'm not gaining the item because I don't realize it's not in a slot in my bags. So it's kind of stupid, but just a little quirk that I have always had. Let's see, we can't pull Oh, shit. We aggroed that? Fuck. Not what I meant to do at all. Did a really big puller. This should give us at least one. Heat wave. I don't think I've ever fought these mobs. I don't know what they even do. There we go. We already got... Wow, we got a green, too. Didn't mean to loot that, but... Pet's dead, I think. A little dangerous, but we did it. We got a lot, too. Alright, good. So we got 4. We got half of what we wanted. Okay, great. So let's head back. We're going to go back to Shattrath. Or maybe we won't. We'll see. Yeah, probably no reason to go back to Shattrath. Because I'm going to have to keep grinding this out. But yeah, so let's go ahead and vendor all this stuff. We're going to DE all these greens. We got another transmog piece. That's nice. It's another nice thing about doing these leveling challenges. You get a lot of transmog. Because I've never really gotten transmog from cloth and even leather and stuff. So actually, I might put these things... I don't know. There's no auction here, is there? That's the one rule that we have to bend a little bit because it's a bit ridiculous. I'm not going to go... To place an auction, I'm not going to go all the way freaking... You know what I mean? Like, that's not... Normally, it's no portals as a rule, but this isn't that kind of portal. Like, going from Shat to Orgrimmar, like, to be able to place an auction, I don't feel like that's bending the rules, right? Oh, no, actually, no. Wait, is there... I think there is an auction house in Shattrath now. Maybe there always was. I don't know. We'll have a quick look around. I'll go to Shattrath real quick. We still got plenty of time here. I'm just surprised I didn't do any of the quests in this zone. Let's go ahead and sell all this stuff though real quick. Get this out of my inventory. Oh, I replaced... What the hell? Huh. I replaced these previous pieces last episode, and I guess I never did anything with the pieces. I should probably try to sell them, I guess, or DE them, I guess. I'm not really sure. Should probably try to sell all... I don't know what Boglord tendrils are for now. I don't think they're for anything, but... We'll take it all to the auction house and see what happens. So another appearance. Okay, we got a bunch of BOEs. These are Shadow Weave. That's a TBC piece, right? Okay, let's see this stuff. So we got another another transmog. Wait, what? It looks exactly like what I was wearing. No, I guess not. Okay, DE time. Here it is. Yeah, I guess we'll DE this stuff too, right? No, that's a classic thing. Shadow Weave. That's why it's called Frozen Shadow Weave. That's right. Rich Illusion Dust. Or no, Light Illusion Dust. This is rich. Maybe we'll sell it. I don't know. We need that Arcane Dust, though. Definitely got a fair amount of money today, too. I'm going to try to sell all these planar essences. We got to turn them into greater planars first, but... Should be able to sell this stuff, though. Fell armaments and all that. Fortunately, we're out of time. As much as I would like to do it. Oh, yeah, it's 3 per. Oh, that's good. I thought it was 10 per. Okay, so we got 11 of those to sell. We're obviously not selling those. Living Essences. I'm pretty sure this is a classic thing, isn't it? I don't know why we're getting it here. So this is all the stuff we're going to try to sell. I don't know, like, is it worth... Is there a reason to keep turning this in? I don't think so. It's just a waste. It's for a rep, but I don't need the rep. Just gonna vendor them? Or maybe I'll sell them too, I guess. Got a lot of stuff in my inventory here that I'm not doing anything with. Oh yeah, this was I was doing a quest out in Shadowmoon Valley. What the hell? I still have this quest? Yeah, I do. Well, I don't think I'm going back there, honestly, so. Alright, let's head back to Shattrath. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we can buy enough. I doubt it, though. Usually the prices on things are ridiculous. Like, old profession materials are graded on, like, a scale of gold that's only relevant to new expansions. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, look, I have primal nethers. Wow, okay. Yeah, I definitely cheated some way. I don't know how or why or when, but I'm sure you do if you watch the series. All these years later, these mobs are still under this bridge. I always thought this was a bug. It seems so weird. They don't even aggro when you run over them, even though you're right on top of them. If you flew over a mob at that same height difference, it would definitely aggro, right? 100%. It's kind of crazy. Alright, so anyway, there's a lot of dailies and stuff that we could do too now. That's the thing, another nice thing about Classic, or about, Classic Talk. That's another nice thing about Stromy Time. That's another nice thing about Stromy Time. You could do like dailies and stuff now, so it's gonna be, I'm quite looking forward to that actually. Okay, so again, I know, part of the challenge is meant to be no portals, but I don't know, maybe I'm an idiot though. I think there is actually an auction house in Shattrath. I'm just going to use the auction house here quick, and then I'm going to go look at that real quick just to see. But, because I definitely remember making purchases in Shattrath. I'm probably an idiot. Breaking rules for no reason.
Can I lighten that coin purse up for you?
Okay, so we don't want to sell any of the primals or anything else. Just want to sell this stuff. 76 gold for 38, and that would be good. If it happened, I'd be satisfied. Just put it all on the auction house, pretty much. I don't know, Boglord. Wow, I don't know what they're for, but they're have the potential to sell. Fair amount of money. Can't believe that was only 20 gold though. And that's everything. I mean, oh yeah, no, these. We want to try to sell these. Don't think we're gonna use them. We get a lot more value out of this money. And rune cloth too. Do we need rune cloth for anything? Why do I have so much of this still? I guess I'm still getting it. I mean, that's, yeah, that's... Here, what we'll do is we'll keep one just to see. Again, I like having that. I honestly, there's probably an add-on that solves this problem for me. But I wish there was an add-on, there probably is, that could just make it so like if I ever get rune cloth, it goes in these slots, always. Something like that. I'm sure there is. Oh yeah, no, 84. I guess we sell this felt cloth too. I don't know why I even have this. And that's it. Oh, I don't think we need these either. Sell this stuff. We're not going to do anything with enchanting. Realistically, the days here are over where we experiment. Wow, 3,000 gold too. That's pretty good. But anyway, let's see what the primals are selling like right nowadays. 148. We can't buy one right now, but what about mana? We need water too eventually, but not right now. What about moats? Moats are only 23 gold each. 20 gold each. I mean, we could buy them. Rival nethers. I don't think I even need those. I don't know why I have those. 60 gold each. Let's just say primal. Let's see. There's a bunch of other stuff. Is there any way to like get this off the list? Yeah. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Primal Earth is 148. Primal Life 148. Primal Mana is 175. Primal Shadow is 200. Primal Fire is 340. That's a lot. Primal Air is 600. What the hell? Where's Primal Water? Oh boy. Wow, 1,000. Are you kidding me? No way. This is because there's so few on there, maybe. 1,000? That's a joke, right? What is the actual moats? Okay, so that's... interesting. Could like actually flip this and make a profit? Well, not really. Not right now, I can't. Just like spend all my money, but hopefully some of those auctions will sell. If not, I'll just vendor whatever doesn't sell. Oh, wow. Somebody already bought it. Okay. Yo, well. It's a bit of an odd thing to be doing, but I might try this real quick. If this actually sold for 1,000 gold, it would be a massive profit. Like, insane profit. I think we just spend the rest of our money on this because the point, either way, like, we are gonna need these, so. Why can't I buy more than one? I don't get it. I can. What can I buy? 10? Way more than that. 20? 15. 13. Well, let's just buy 11. Because I don't need. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I keep them. But I don't need water that badly. I need life way better, way more. I don't know. Buying moats is kind of pointless, but we can do it.
The pleasure was all.
We need a lot more than that, but it will save us a little time. Okay, let's try that once more. We'll keep the extra one in our bags like always. We have a couple primal fires too that we're probably not using, but sorry about the camera. It's always like that action cam. So yeah, if these sold, that would be ridiculous. We would make, like, that would be such a turn of a profit there just from the auction house. But that's it. Yeah, let's go back to chat. I don't want to be here. I want to just see. I'm pretty sure there's a freaking auction house in chat. I'm just an idiot. They're moving these portals too, in case you guys haven't seen them. Oh wow, look, they put a... What the hell? They put like one of the Wad Draenei looking statues here? That's kind of weird. Okay, I just want to check something real quick. What is this? Magcar.
Greetings. Farewell.
Oh, and don't I have a quest? Yeah, let me do that real quick too. Free experience, might as well get it. I feel like there's an auction house somewhere here. I think it's here. See, I'm used to the other cities that never had auction houses. But I think there is one. Yeah, this is an auction house. Yep. Okay, so that was breaking my own rule for no reason. There's also like a bank here or something, isn't there? Yeah, bank's over here. Okay. No big deal. It was done for the right reasons, let's put it that way. I wonder though if I did this on like a different type of realm. Like I wonder what like the prices of primals are on different realms. That would be something to consider for the future. Like if I'm gonna actually use the auction house, like, and not just, I don't know, because like I think people who properly do the naked leveling challenge or the nomad leveling challenge, they don't like the auction house at all. For me, I love it. I think it's way, like, that's trading, right? Like that's proper trading in this game. So where is this at? Rylac the Redeemed. Oh, I know what this quest is. I think I know what this quest is. What are these? Oh, these are the daily heroics, right? That's interesting. That gives a lot of experience. Eventually it won't because it's scaled to my level. But once we're out of the level bracket... Wait, maybe I'm confused. I don't know. I guess you could always have done dailies. I was under the impression that dailies did not give experience in BFA. I guess you could have always done dailies. It's just now you can do a lot more because Chromie Time obviously extends their reach. Oh, it's a... Hey, what is that? What was that I just got? This is like a quest. Like I think it's like takes place like right outside here or something. Won't be doing it. But anyway, that's going to be it for today. So, yeah, next time we play this character, it's going to be no longer level 72, 73. I wonder what it's going to get scaled down to. The thing is, I wanted to ding right at the end of the session today, and it's a little gamey, but what's going to happen is, as kind of like a benefit, because, you know, you're losing all your levels. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose or not, but every character I've tested so far happens. They just put you at the end of the level that you get scaled down to. So it's like, I'm basically going to gain a free level. Next time I log on, I'll be 74, basically. So I'll get scaled to like, what is, I don't even know. I don't actually know what we're going to get scaled to. I haven't actually thought about it. It's like 30 something maybe. But yeah, we'll be on our way. Like it will be pretty close to being done. We'll be a lot closer, mostly after the nerf, so. But anyway, that's it. It was nice to get back to this character. It's nice to just spend time like chilling in the game again, man. I haven't done that in a long time. That's been a problem. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.